Hi everyone, this is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Vechain. Thanks for the support in the Telegram and the Patreon, and for those of you that have given us really nice comments and feedback in there, that's great, and big thumbs up to each and every one of you. Hope you had a really good weekend, and hopefully we have a bit of a good week. But so far it's looking a bit ropey, to be honest with you. Always going to be transparent, and Bitcoin looks a bit dodgy at the moment. It looks like market manipulation, so to speak. Do check out the Bitcoin video. It's very, very important that if you're watching this video, do check out today's Bitcoin video, because whatever Bitcoin does, the market does. Nothing stands aside from it, I'm afraid, and things look like they're standing aside, but effectively they're not. In the contrast of things, this is where you could see this really large market correction for crypto right here. Unless we get some kind of pickup, potentially you could be looking at a bit of a bloodbath for crypto. But again, not got a crystal ball, but just trade with caution. Okay, so right now you can see you've come up. Okay, you've got overextended on Vechain, as we spoke about yesterday on the fibs. Okay, you've gone over the 1618 and you've fallen back to its support. You held it as support relatively well, and obviously coming up and you're creating this sort of bull pen on the weekly time frame. Right now you can see you sort of just fell under it a little bit. You've wicked down on the weekly. You've actually made a lower low. See there, you see that wick? It's lower than that one, so that's negative because you're rolling effectively. So right now, if you can, unless you can find some support, you are rolling, and you're looking like you're falling out of this bull pennant, so to speak, and potentially coming down to test the 20 EMA, even the 50, this yellow line, which is 12 cents mark, and failing that, if you do start to fall through that, then obviously you've got your targets, which are given you as well, the 1414 around about 8 cents, and if you do start to see a mass capitulation event right there, then I would imagine that the 55, just like it did down here in the previous correction there, where we had that wave 2 correction, which looked quite drastic, in August when Bitcoin rolled over as well, and it had that larger correction for a few months there, that potentially you could come down to the 55, and that would be fair, wouldn't it? It'd be absolute fair. And from here right now down to that 55, you're looking at a 59-60% correction. I'm not saying it will happen, but these are the sort of things that you've got to have in your mind, potential possibilities. Okay, but I would imagine right here that what's happening is it's just waiting for this 20 to catch up with it, and potentially if you do start to break down, I would imagine that the 20 would absolutely kick into gear, and you would see a bounce at that point, just like you did here. Okay, when you've made a top just there, you start to roll, you sort of form this A, B, C correction right there before continuation. Okay, so it's very similar. You've got A, B, C correction right there that's on the cards effectively. And if you was to roll, then I would imagine, look, just like here, you get the pickup off the 20, hug it for a bit before continuation. Failing that, if you was to roll, you'll be looking at a very similar scenario to that, where you get the EMA start to tighten up. Okay, so if you did roll, it's effectively, if you did start to roll right now, I would imagine the 20 would save you. You'd hug it, you'd creep along it, you'd consolidate on it, and at that point you went up this 55 creeping up, which is a red line like down here. Okay, creeping up, potentially fall through, back test it before continuation in that wave 5. Okay, because we are in a bull run. You've got slightly overextended on Vechain, so some normality, healthy pullback is very much needed, and a level of consolidation, and that's what we've been saying since day dot. But that's basically it, isn't it? That's Vechain in a nutshell. What we're going to do is dive into the 4 hour. But what I just want to reassure you, okay, that we are in a bull market. We've got no signs of the bear market yet. The bear market is when you get the bearish cross, okay, when you get the death cross, which is reverse of that signal there. That's a buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid. When you get a signal like this, where you start to lose EMAs, you're falling under them, and then you're creating this, the price action's down in, and it's in its head, and then you're creating this bearish cross. That's your sell and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid. So far, you're in a bull market, you're adhering to it, you're backtesting support with the potential to actually come down here and backtest it at support continuation. So far, so good. No reason to worry. I know we've got the bigger correction on Bitcoin, but people forget that it was at 43k once, or whatever it is right now, 45k, and it did actually fall to 28k a few months ago and continued in the bull market. So they forget that sometimes. It's part of the cycle. Okay, so it's just a bit of a manipulation game going on Bitcoin at the moment, unfortunately. So yeah, we do anticipate that getting to these particular price predictions in this bull run. Okay, it's just a case of when. We've not got a crystal ball, but that's what we've got, Elliott wave theory effectively. So right now we're going to look at the 4 hourly time frame for Vechain. So yesterday, with Vechain, we said that potentially forming this W double bottom pattern there, you've broken out its level of resistance. See this trend line here, acting as resistance, actually broke out of it, but we hit our head on it and obviously got rejected, rolled back down, fell back into this pattern. We've double bottomed here effectively, so that's relatively good. If you can break up here, that'd be great, but you've effectively created this sort of double bottom and go. You've come back into this trend line, okay, you're hitting your head as resistance again, you're under the EMAs again. it's looking relatively negative, effectively. If you can remain under this level of resistance, it's going to do nothing but push you down. Okay, and you can see what you've got on the cards here. You're sort of coming into this sort of triangle right there, and obviously you could break to the upside like that, and it obviously break down to the downside. It'll force some kind of break. The more you do this, okay, it will force a break effectively. So do anticipate. Obviously, I'll give you all the targets. If you do start to see Vechain come down and lose that, then do potentially look at a nice little short down there to that, because like I've said to you so many times, what you do, you target the previous swing low, because you've already tested this low. Do you see that? You've actually tested this twice, 1, 2. Now you come back down, you lose it, you look at a previous swing low, boom, there. So that's where you'll see a fantastic short opportunity for Vechain there. If it does remain under this resistance and you start to see it come down and sort of trade within there, it's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter, and before it gets to the apex, boom, you'll see it pop out in either direction effectively. So you could be looking at a lovely little 15% short right there down to that low, and if it continues, then obviously you've got a larger short opportunity there for Vechain from the break. Obviously you trade the break of around about 20% for Vechain, so do keep an eye on it at the moment. It's looking a little bit under pressure, isn't it? It's come up, it said it's looking relatively healthy, this W double bottom, this reversal pattern. Do you see that? Like I said to you yesterday, what you've done, you reversed the trend. So what you did, you come down, you made a low like that, and then you come up, you've hit a level of resistance just there, and then you made the higher low, sorry, so you rolled back up. You've effectively reversed the trend. But as you can see, obviously with the thing that's going on with Bitcoin at the moment, it's hit its head and it's rolled and it's gone back under the EMA. You come back into the level of resistance, the trend line effectively like this, boom, 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 you see that, and the more you hit that, the more you're going to be forced into a break. So do anticipate that, and obviously if you do start to break this level of resistance, it remains the same. Okay, the target remains the same, and I'll show you that target again just to clarify and so you understand what I'm saying. Effectively, if you do see Vechain do this, where this is why I can't give a target, because if it could do this, come down to a certain level and break out, this is why you got to come onto the charts and draw your own trend lines. Because if you do start to see it break and then break up and then test that and get through it, if you start seeing it close above 0.19207, that level of resistance, you formed a double bottom, okay, which is a relatively nice reversal pattern in itself, something like that. Then you could see upside to that target that we gave you yesterday, and again, that could be a nice little market recovery there for Vechain. But there's an anomaly with Bitcoin at the moment. It is painting a particular pattern, so do check out Bitcoin, because we think that Bitcoin's pulling the market back down, okay, and Vechain is included in that, unfortunately. So this is where you are potentially got this short opportunity in front of you for Vechain right here. So take care, everyone. It's just a quick little update for you on Vechain today, and draw them levels on your charts. Do take note of them and trade with caution. Take care, everyone. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay tuned. Back to another Vechain update. Bye bye.